now my mom is texting me. Ah! Kejap. So in this podcast-like video, I have my fiance with me on the line. So, okay, the reason why I brought him in, and it's like MCO, so I cannot have a video with him with me, because every time I have like insightful thoughts on stuff on like certain issues, I always say it like to him. So we always have this deep conversation, and then one day we said like, okay, why don't you record whenever you want to say this? So I feel like, okay, maybe it's a good idea to have him, because I always like more open and more honest with my opinion when he's around. So that's why I have him on the line. So later in this video, you will have him, like his voice appeared somewhere in the cloud. Okay, I might like look at this side more because he's here. I cannot put him here because I don't have a table over here. Moving on. We had this conversation on body issues tau. It's like, okay, I was complaining to him that I have low self-esteem on stuff. So like sometimes I would question about my weight. I would question like macam, okay, so today I tak pakai makeup apa-apa kan. Then I macam, okay, will people accept me without makeup on? And then being a good fiance that he is, I have to give this one to you. Okay, so he prefers my face without my makeup on. So okay, so today, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have my mascara, and then eyebrow pencil, and then lipstick. Okay, that's all. And to me, I still feel like a bit of conscious about I have like acne scars, and then like all blemishes that you can see on the camera kan. But to him it's like, no, I like this version of you, because dia kata bila I pakai makeup, it's like, you know, some guys they just don't like people pakai makeup tapi dia nak nampak presentable, you know what I mean? So I think what they meant is no makeup. But anyway, so I have like that kind of issues lah. When I speak in front of people, when I perform ke, when I do speeches on stages, when I do MCing ke, people will say like macam, Aliah, you sound so confident, you confidentnya, you beraninya cakap depan orang and everything. Tapi deep down I know that at some point I have like an issues of low self-esteem. So I don't know whether this is like theoretically true or not, but to me there are a lot of categories on stuff, like macam categories on you can be confident but you also have low self-esteem. You macam ada flawless face, you don't have any blemishes but you have low self-esteem. You are like super thin, you're like a model, you have a model like body figure, and you have low self-esteem. So I don't think it has something to do with the physical side of you that determines whether you have low self-esteem or high self-esteem. Maybe like to me it's like more on how you feel deep down about yourself. So when I told him like I have this low self-esteem because of I tak pakai makeup, or because I have jerawat, I have scars. Sometimes people don't get it. People like, alah, you mengada je tu. But I don't think it's like a term for macam people mengada for being that. It's just something that lies deep down, that it's something like beneath that you don't know, like this kind of confusion, that why are you facing it? Okay, I'm like 148 centimeter in height, so I'm very short. And people macam always think macam, okay, because I'm short, I'm petite, like I don't have to worry about my weight kan. Macam, you are underweight, like why are you so worried? Okay, so disclaimer, I'm not underweight now, I'm like normal. Um, but so people don't get it kenapa macam I would go on diet ke apa tak. Okay, not that I always go on diet. It just sometimes I control what I eat. I hate I hate exercising. Yang macam has to do with jogging. Okay, I don't like that kind of exercising. I dance. I do like body workout that has music or like zumba ke apa I buat. But I don't like jogging sebab I was born not to like it. So backstory masa I kecil kan, during sports day, Sukantara ke apa Sukantara they call it Sukantara ke? Okay, Sukantara they call it. Okay, bila you training kan in the evening after school you train. So the next morning mestilah like you sakit kaki ke apa because of your otot dah lama gila tak lari kan. It's like you lari what? For me, I lari like once a year bila perlu je. So I sakit kaki kan. Bila I sakit kaki, I demam. And then I macam cakap cikgu, I demam, I cannot run. So I macam, I will skip. I will skip all the Sukantara tau. So like running is not in me. But my sister, she's a runner. She could run fast. She could run like long distance. Bila I do apa nama tu? Merentas desa. I do merentas desa kan. Dekat sekolah, my school, masa sekolah rendah, they call it merentas desa. Bila dekat SSP, they call it cyber run. So, bila I cyber run, okay, sekali je kot I pernah lepas, I rasa. Like, to get a full point. Yang ada berapa minit tu kan. The rest, I mesti like macam sagu hati je lah. Yang macam you dapat participation point. So, I am not a runner. That's why I hate running in the first place. Okay, back to my story on body issues. So, growing up, most of my cousins, especially yang stay in Ampang, they're all like super thin, tall, like model like tau. And then my sister, they are also like that. They have like long legs, thin, tall, pretty. On the other hand, I got the short gene. I don't blame anyone for it, but I got the short gene. I'm short. I'm like curvy. I'm not thin lah, basically. So the reason why people see me as like petite sebab I'm short. Okay. So because of that, I always have this body image issue lah. Sebab people always compare it about me like macam, kakak, they call me kakak at home. So like, kakak, you gain weight lah. Kakak, you nampak macam chubby sikit. Kakak, kenapa you tak tinggi? Like, I know that kind of teasing. It's like very family, it's like in a loving way. They like to tease you. But if you always instill that, because that thoughts have been always instilled in me, and it's been like since forever, since I was like small until like I'm big enough. So I have that mindset planted in me tau. So every single time people complain or I see like changes in my body image, or like I think I gain weight, or I am short, or like I always compare myself to other people, I kind of blame it to how I grow up. The teasing, the comparison. So it kind of grew in me, and it kind of eat me inside out. So I just don't like it. So sometimes I do have that body image punya issue. So I get it if people macam, so if someone dia macam come up to me and cakap macam, and she's like completely flawless, model looking people, and then come to me and she said that I have low self-esteem, I get it. Like macam, because it's not something related to macam your appearance. It's not something like physical. It's more like your psychological point of view. You have all of this. At some point I have these self-esteem issues that people think I don't have, but I do. And it's sad to have some people in the society who are not being understanding on this kind of issues. So I feel especially, okay, I feel this way. I feel less of this way now that I grow up and I see the bigger picture of everything. But honestly, when I was a teenager, when I was in high school, I feel it a lot. So I do starve myself. This is sad story sebab I starve myself. I tak nak makan. Okay, one thing, if I'm stressed out, I tak makan. So that's not something yang macam weird to me. If I tak makan maksudnya I stress. I tak stress eating. I stress sleeping or like stress crying. So I don't stress eating. So bila I stress, I tak makan. And on top of that, I ada rasa this kind of problem in me. But I have gastric, so I kena makan. So it's like very complicated lah what I'm feeling in a way. But Alhamdulillah, on top of all those problems that I'm facing, the internal apa benda issues yang macam internal issues tu kan, I still love myself. I tak hate myself tau. So I know sometimes when you have low self-esteem, when you have body image issue, you tend to hate yourself. You don't like to see yourself in the mirror, which I'm glad I don't have that problem. I love myself. I'm a little bit vain. I like to take selfie still. So I'm glad that I don't have that problem. If I were to advise someone on these issues, on this, like if someone came up to me or cakap of this problem, I cannot just give them general advice. I feel like this kind of problem needs a personalized advice yang macam I need to know what's your history growing up, what's your background, what's your, like macam everything that you have gone through in your life. So maybe this is what makes you now. Okay. Do you have any question? Wahai, cepat.
So basically your view semua tu based on apa pandangan orang terhadap you lah dan apa yang you lalui. So kalau, and the thing yang you nak cakap sekarang is bukannya apa orang cakap, let's say we take example orang yang badan besar kan, bukan dia je yang ada low self esteem sebab people will talk about his or her physical punya appearance, is it? Okay. And sekarang even yang kurus-kurus pun still rasa benda yang sama. So apa yang nak cakap apa yang kiranya macam
Trigger point
tu, I think maybe sebab people close to you tau, dia macam tak tunjukkan support ke apa. And I think in your case sebab yang membuatkan dia jadi low self esteem tu is because comparison being made lah.
The root of this problem is comparison. Okay, in my case, people do comparison in front of me and then say it out loud to me, then it kind of grows in me. Another type of comparison that I notice is when we compare ourselves to what we see online. What we see on the news, what we see on the, taklah news sangat, what we see on the media lah. Contohnya you follow certain people and then you like to compare yourself macam dia ni of the same height tapi kenapa we have different body weight, or like we have the similar skin tone tapi why do you look prettier in like pink coloured lipstick, macam tu lah. Macam at this era I notice or I agree that it's very much challenging to our mental health, sebab there's a lot of sources that we can compare ourselves to. Sometimes it's good to compare yourself macam in a way of productivity. You want to be more productive, you want to achieve more in life, or apa-apa yang macam related to macam career ke, basically your life achievement lah kan. So it's good to compare yourself with other people yang macam you rasa, or you want to be grateful on something kan, you compare macam other people lagi susah dari I, then I'm very thankful for that and everything. Ada yang macam good comparison that we can implement that kind of comparison in our life, tapi ada juga comparison yang bad comparison, like you macam straight out tengok this Instagram picture and you macam oh my god, I feel awful about myself sebab orang ni cantik gila, apa-apa, tak boleh lah. Ya, macam what you see on Instagram is not always true. Sometimes, okay, I agree, even myself juga tak. Okay, when I was in Montreal, I tangkap gambar yang snow semua kan. I tangkap gambar yang macam cantik-cantik je lah. And then I will take picture without my jacket on. And I ambil gambar like I'm enjoying the snow. But you know, that picture is only taken for like 1 second, 2 second, then I ambil balik lah my jacket. So what you see is not always like the full picture. It's just the picture that we filter, like other people's filter. Like you yourself, if you want to upload something on the net, you akan filter dulu. Not filter macam filtering 360 or beautify tu. Filter as in like filter on what kind of content you want to post. What kind of pictures you want to post, what kind of selfie angle you want to post. So it's all very subjective to what you want other people to see about you. So same goes to all these influencers and all these celebrities. They don't show everything in their real life. They show what they want to show. So because of that, I think, and even I'm reminding myself now, we cannot compare ourselves to that perspective lah. Macam kita tak boleh just compare, okay, my life sucks because these people get better life. Just because they're showing it on the net that they have better life. You don't know the struggle that they're going through. So in that way, I think while you also need to filter the kind of comparison that you're doing to yourself. So if you filter it right, if you compare the right thing and don't take everything on personal level, or like don't always take whatever you see as an evidence of, or as a way, as a medium to compare yourself to, then maybe we all will have like better self-esteem lah. Yeah.
Then in terms of, in your case, macam mana you overcome, macam sebab you cakap dari kecil you have been compared, you have been the subject of comparison lah kan. So how you overcome that thing, how you tackle, sebab time tu kita kecil lagi kan, kita mesti macam rasa, and you said that thing eat you inside out kan.
Okay, masa I kecil, I rasa every one of us experienced this lah when we were young. So we believe everything people say. Sebab masa tu we don't have judgment, we don't have our principle, we don't have our life principle lah, on what to believe and what to not believe in. So how do I overcome that masa I kecil? I don't think I do. Cerita sedih. There were times that when I was small, I would cry about it in my masa I mandi. Sedihnya. Oh, don't cry. Okay. There were times that I would cry. I would cry in masa mandi ke whatever kan, I cry because of the comparison that I got. Tapi masa tu maybe I was already like 12 ke 13, already teenagers lah. So masa I kecil, when people say that about me, I macam tak terfikir pun lah kan. Like macam there's an option to go on diet ke, there's an option to go exercise ke apa. I macam, yeah, whatever, you're gonna say this again next time. Sebab benda ni is recurring. So every time raya, I would face the same uncle, the same aunties that will do the same comment kan. And then growing up, I noticed that it's eating me, and it's like it's stuck in my head and somehow control my lifestyle. So when I was a teenager, maybe benda tu I don't have that realization yet, or I don't see the bigger picture. I just take it as it is. So that's why macam I resort to macam starve myself, or I resort to being sad, being an emotional kid. I think if I could go back in time and tell that to my younger self, maybe I could tell the younger Aliah that stop listening or stop believing everything people say about you. That's not entirely true. Maybe yes, you are a bit curvy. Maybe yes, you gained weight, but it's good. Like you gain weight, but you are not sick. So the most important part is to be healthy. So another reason why people don't macam people just starve themselves is because they think when you are thin, you are healthy. That's not necessarily the case. So the bottom line is you to stay healthy, stay fit and stay healthy. Stay fit doesn't mean that you have the abs, doesn't mean that you have the biceps. To me, stay healthy is that you have good antibody, you tak sakit because of gastric, you tak makan sekejap, you dah gastric. Once my health, I'm taking for granted of my health, or like my health is being taken away from me bila I sakit ke apa, then I realise, being healthy is actually the best thing that could ever happen to you. So, but once you're sick, then you cannot do anything else. So, other than focusing too much on being the ideal image that maybe the media has portrayed, I want my younger self to know that it is more important for me to stay healthy, to eat healthy, to macam to think about what will happen in the future kalau I did what I did before. Faham tak, Wahai? Okay.
Right, so in terms of these two factors lah, relationship and words. Sebab
Words.
based on apa yang I dapat dari you punya past experience tu, macam you cakap those words, those comments are from your uncles, aunties semua. Maybe diorang that time macam bergurau ke apa kan. Tapi to you, which one affects you more? The words yang datang from people yang rapat dengan you ke, ataupun the words itself, you know?
Oh, okay. So, the question is whether the words itself that affect me the most, or the words are from people that I'm close with. Okay. This is a tricky question. Okay, so I think it's more to the latter, because the words are from my family members, because the words are from people that I know of, then it hurts me more. Contohnya, okay lah, I I have received bad comments on social media, but they are nice enough to not comment it on my feed. They DM me. And I do receive bad comments or hatred comments on my blog also. But those words do not affect me as much sebab they don't know me as a person. So, in a way, I'm thankful of this mindset of mine, that I mostly filter it, like macam, okay, kalau these words come from strangers, completely strangers, I don't know you as a person, you don't know me as a person, and you come to my social media to judge me, then I'm fine with it. Sebab maybe you judge me based on what you see, based on what I portray on my social media. So you are welcome to judge me. Maybe I put myself out there for you to judge me. So that's fine. It doesn't affect me as much. Tapi that's why I feel like bila that words come from people that I care about, people that I love, people that I'm close with, or people that I grow up with, that I see most of the time, that know me personally, that I know them personally, and then they come up with these bad words or like judgment, a comparison, then it affects me. So macam in a way that it's a good thing that it happened to me. Sorry. It's a good thing that it happened to me and not happen to my kids in the future. Sebab bila I already face this kan, I feel like macam I can somehow protect my future generation, that macam, okay, this might happen, your aunts, your uncle might say this to you, but do know that this, whatever they're saying, they don't matter. Listen to your mom, kids. Your mom has faced this before. And dad, listen to your dad. Like I would want to be there for my kids to like support, emotional support and psychological support. Sebab I know how it will affect them in the future. Sebab this will affect their mental development, their feelings, their lifestyle when they grow up. So I am glad in a way that it happened to me first and not my kids. So I have that experience and I can educate them in the future. So yeah, to everyone out there, just don't say bad words. Don't compare kids. Don't compare like physical stuff to your kids. Like it just will ruin their entire life if they think just like me.
So suggestion in terms of uh, what should we do on our part and what should the society do on their part to macam prevent these things from happening more. Sebab sekarang macam bila orang upload just to share their happy moments ke apa semua, then instead of sharing macam celebrating the happy moment of that person, diorang bash. Diorang macam oh my god, besarnya you, oh my god, blah, blah. Oh my god, kurusnya. Macam not ideal lah. Okay, so apa suggestion you for individually kita buat part kita and society buat part diorang apa?
Okay. Um, that's a great example that you came up with lah. To me, macam the kind of I don't know. Okay, so when I started my YouTube channel before, I tak edit pun apa-apa my video tau. Whatever I record on my iPad, I just upload terus on my YouTube. And then bila one time people are judging me for whatever I posted, I take it down. And then I learn how to edit videos and I filter whatever I want to say. Nowadays we are living in the age where the netizens, people on the social media, their voices are more powerful because we let them to be powerful. I always believe that power in a way that is not something yang macam they gain only, but it's also something that you give to people. So if you give the power to these people to control your life, then they will control your life. So that's how I see the social media nowadays. There's netizens that are very powerful. Their comments actually may influence how certain decisions are made in the country. I don't know whether we should blame the society or not. Like, this is macam a very subjective point of view lah. As an individual, you have the right to decide whether other people could control your life or not. So I'm speaking this to myself too. So if I, as an individual, I allow other people to control my mind, to control my lifestyle based on their comments, based on their judgment, then I might not go anywhere. I might not even post this video. I will be scared to keep on posting stuff on my blog. I would not post anything on my Instagram, or I would deactivate everything in the first place. There's a huge impact of how much you let other people in your life. So as an individual, you have to be smart on what can control you and what can not control you. It actually goes back to here and here, your mind and your heart. So growing up, I feel like the most important thing is to have good mindset, is to always think positively and not too positively. Like macam, okay, there are toxic positivity that I read somewhere. We cannot have that kind of toxic positivity. You cannot just think everything has like rainbows and unicorns and everything will be fine at the end of the day. Everything will be fine at the end of the day, but there are stages. You cannot just dismiss your bad feelings. You cannot just dismiss your sadness. You cannot just stop crying just because you want to stay positive. No, that's not the way. Good mindset in a way that you know there are limits that you can take. What people say about you, there are limits that you can allow those things to macam get into your mind. Some people give you advices, so you need to macam differentiate whether these are positive, not positive lah. Is it a constructive advices or destructive advices? So if it's like a constructive advices, then you should take it. Take it in a positive way. Take it to improve yourself. So, but if you know that that person is just bashing you, that person is just wanted you to feel bad, and that person just want to destroy your life altogether, then do not take that into account. I know it's easy being said than done, but you have to start somewhere. I have to start somewhere. I know I did start somewhere. I'm glad that I have my ex-boyfriend slash fiance. He's very supportive when I have these issues though. Okay, I always have like deep conversation with him, and he's always there to support me. And he's not like the kind of partner that would always say good things about me. Macam okay, he's being very honest. Kalau macam, which I really appreciate, sebab I don't like people sugarcoat everything they say. So dia macam very honest. So I know bila dia betul-betul dia betul-betul dia betul-betul apa, puji me, or dia betul-betul like being honest with his opinion. So that's something that I'm glad. And also dia ni jenis yang very simplistic. Simplicity, tak tahu lah what's the right word, tapi very simple minded lah. Like, oh, you don't like me, whatever, I like me. Or dia macam tak kisah pun apa orang cakap pasal dia. And that's something that I learned lah from him. He takes constructive advices very seriously. He likes to improve himself, but at the same time he knows his limit. Like bila he could take that advice, bila he couldn't. In terms of society, what society can do, I think society is made of more than one individual. So if everyone has the right mentality, if everyone stop judging people, if everyone macam just keep everything to themselves, and just have a good intention, good mindset, always wants the best from other people, the world will be a happy place. There's no war, today there's no war lah kan. Maybe some places ada physical war, tapi mostly now is like more on social media. So if people semua think in a good way, in the right lane, kita takkan ada this kind of war. Then again, that's not human, sebab human, they're very unique. Everyone is designed in certain ways. So I feel like we can change. If you as your individual, you change, and if other people watch this video and also feel like there's a need for that person to change in a good way, then holistically, sooner or later, by the end of the day, we will create a kind of a positive society. But on the note of society, macam you choose your society. You choose where you want to belong. You choose the group that you want to belong in lah, basically. So kalau you feel like you don't fit in that kind of society, leave. You have the choice to leave. Macam okay, this is related to like the topic of toxic people. Growing up, maybe you will have toxic friendship, toxic relationship, toxic environment. Okay, I'm not on Twitter because I found it a bit toxic to me, so I left. But other people found Twitter very entertaining, so they stay. So I made that choice myself. I want to leave this environment because it's toxic to me. I want to leave, I want to break this kind of friendship with some people because they are just being toxic in my life. I block some people on my Instagram because they are posting something like full of toxic. They are toxic people that I don't want to relate with or to relate to, kan? So I think everything goes back to you, which kind of society you want to be in, and you have the choice to leave. You have the choice to choose. So do the right choice. Anyway, Thank you, guys. Thank you, Wahai. I call him Wahai if you don't know. Thank you, Wahai, for being my virtual partner. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in until the end of this video with me. I know this is like maybe you think like it's pointless or whatever, but I hope some of the things that I say will be something relatable to you and something that we all can learn from each other. And let me know what kind of what's your opinion on these issues if you ever face it yourself. And I am glad to come up with a lot of videos like this if I have time. And now that I have time, that's why I'm shooting this video. And in the future, maybe we can come up with something more relevant to you, more relevant to whatever happening in the world right now. And maybe I could have a physical guest. Maybe one day after I get married, and I will have my husband next to me, and like we can shoot the video anytime, anywhere in the house later. But as for now, I would like to sincerely thank all of you for watching this video, and let me know of your comments and your thoughts. And please, please, please spread only positive stuff, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Bye!